Hello, good evening to all of you. Today each our fifth class, that is BHIC-133, Unit 13, Oceanic Trade. We have to start oceanic trade. That the Indian overseas trade can be studied into two segments. One is coastal trade, and second is the high seas trade. The former was conducted with two maritime zones of the Indian Ocean. These were the western coast and the eastern coast of India. The western coast of India stretched from Sindh to Malabar and were linked with the ports of the Persian Gulf, Red Sea, and East Africa. The eastern coast stretched from Bengal, Persian Gulf, Red Sea, and East Africa. The eastern coast stretched from Bengal to Coromandel, but including the Malabar ports. We have to start Unit 13, that is Oceanic Trade. The oceanic trade under the Delhi Sultanate, that is called seaborne and coastal trade. Seaborne trade, that is the Khiljian shore of Gujarat, must be a Persian Gulf of the Red Sea, that the Hormuz and Basra were the chief ports for the ships passing through the Persian Gulf, while the ports of Aden, Mocha, and Jeddah along the Red Sea were important for Gujarat. And on the one hand, Alexandria on the other, and Damascus and Aleppo were the port. Aleppo and Alexandria opened up the Mediterranean Sea with linkage to Europe. Then the main export from Gujarat to Malacca was the colored clothes manufactured in Cambay and other Gujarat towns. Then Batima, an Italian traveler who came to India during the first decade of the 16th century, says that about 300 ships annually of different countries come and go from Cambay. He adds that about 400 Turkish merchants reside at Diu and Khan Court. Historian Wasab reports that 10,000 horses were annually exported to Malabar. Then coastal trade, it was natural for the coastal trade to flourish right from Sindh to Bengal, touching Gujarat, Malabar, and Coromandel coasts. In between, this provided an opportunity for exchange of regional products along the coastal line districts from inland and inter-regional trade. Then the import and export. The two principal items of import were horses that were already in demand for cavalry since superior horses were not bred in India and Indian climate was not well suited for Arabian and Central Asian
ओके
हाँ सर थैंक यू
हॉटस्पॉट बंद कर दूँ
Yes, good evening all of you. Some disturbances, the technical problems. And we have start unit 13. I'm not very well. Some headache problem. So unit 13 oceanic trade, that is a seaborne and coastal trade, and then the coastal trade, import and export. The horseware import, then metal ware export, then silk office, the Portuguese advent, the overseas trade was negligible. Gujarat, Banyas, Chettis of South, and domestic Indian Muslim used to take part in the large trading activity. Then Arabs, Persian, Indians, and lesser extent Chinese trade was mainly in the hands of the Arab merchants. Then oceanic trade under the Mughals. During Mughals' time, the coastal trade in coastal areas, eastern coast also had sustainable trading operations. May and September, the merchant boats in convoy under protection paid 2 or 3 times between Goa and Cochin and Goa and Cambay. Then Ceylon, Coromandel coast. Then boats laden with copper, zinc, tin, tobacco, spices, and change came from Coromandel coast to the coastal towns of Bengal. Then cloth, foodstuffs, iron, steel, and other metals brought from Vijayanagar and Golconda. Then overseas trade, Cambay, Surat, Thatta, Persian Gulf and Red Sea. Then Dabar, Cochin, Calicut and Aden and Mocha. Then for the eastern seas, the Indian merchants were having seaborne trade with China and Indonesia. Archipelago from Hooghly, Machilipatnam, and Pulicat commodities were sent directly to Achin, Batavia, and Malacca. Then the coming of the Portuguese commodities of export and import at their page number 308. Some spices directly from the places of production rather than from the hands of the intermediaries. Then Malabar and Konkan coast, then northwestern India and eastern coast, then Southeast Asia, that is Ceylon, Malacca, import for export. Then Malacca produced good variety of cloves. Then Lisbon, then Southeast Asia, that is Ceylon, Lisbon for cloves. Then China, Mosque and Pegu. Then finance of the Portuguese trade and European merchant financiers, then Indian merchants and rulers. Then nature of the Portuguese trade with India. The Portuguese king assumed a grandiloquent title conveying the proprietary right over the Indian Ocean regions. Then monopoly trade, they have monopoly trade between Makkah, Tunisia, Peru, Ceylon, Turkey, Egypt, Persia, Ethiopia, Tunis, and various parts of India. Then trade of the Indian rulers and merchants, trade and production. Then Indian rulers and the European companies, that is the East India Company. Then the Dutch Company was formed in 1602. First factory at Patapuli, North Coromandel in 1606. Then Surat, Agra, Hariharpur, Patna, Dhaka, Udayganj, Chenesura, Kasim Bazar, Bangalore. Then English East India Company, first at Muslipatam in 1611. The English Association of the Merchant Advisor is called East India Company. It come to India in 31st December 1600. Then the French were coming. Then Unit 14, Technology, Crafts, Production and Social Change. Not very well today. To some problem. This is Unit 14, Technology, Crafts, Production and Social Change. What is the technology? That is plow. Plow the fields, the use of hoe or ହଳ ଯେଉଁଟା ଆମେ କହୁ ସେଇଟା plow the fields ସେଇଟା ଅଛି. Then sowing ବୁଣିବା, then harvesting, threshing and winning ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ସବୁ ଅଛି. ଇଜି ଟପିକଟା ଏଇଟା, ଏଠି ବେଶୀ କିଛି ନାହିଁ. Then irrigation devices ସେଇଥିର ପଢ଼ିଥିଲେ ଆମେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର irrigation system ସେଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଏବଂ ତାର ବାଦ ଅଛି କେମିତି ଆମେ ଇରିଗେସନ୍ ବା ଜଳସେଚନ କରିପାରିବା ସେଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଅଛି. Then textile technology, that is called ginning, carding and spinning, ବୁଣିବା ଇଏ କରିବା ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ସବୁ ଅଛି. ୱେଭିଂ ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଏଇଟା ଇଜି ଟପିକଟା, ଏଇଟା କିଛି ନାହିଁ ଏଥିରେ. ଜଷ୍ଟ ଡାଇଂ ଆଣ୍ଡ ପ୍ରିଣ୍ଟିଂ, ତା ବାଦ ରଙ୍ଗ ଦେବା, ପ୍ରିଣ୍ଟ କରିବା ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଅଛି. Then lime motor, then arch and dome, vaulted roofing, then paper making and book binding ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଅଛି. ଆଚ୍ଛା, ତାର ବାଦ ଅଛି ମିଲିଟାରୀ ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜିରେ ଅଛି ହର୍ସ ଯେଉଁ ଯୁଦ୍ଧ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯାଉଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କ ଗୋଡ଼ରେ ଯେଉଁ ଜୋତା ଦିଆଯାଏ ହର୍ସ ନାଲ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରାଯାଉଥିଲା ସେ ବିଷୟରେ ଅଛି. Then ଗନ୍ ପାଉଡର ବାରୁଦ ବିଷୟରେ ଅଛି. Then tin coating ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଅଛି. Then ଗ୍ଲାସ୍ ମ୍ୟାନୁଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଚର, ଚାଇନା ପ୍ରଥମ ଗ୍ଲାସ୍ ମ୍ୟାନୁଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଚରରେ. Then ସିପ୍ ବିଲ୍ଡିଂ, କେମିତି ଜାହାଜ ନିର୍ମାଣ କରୁଥିଲେ ସେ ବିଷୟରେ ଅଛି. Then distillation process, then metallurgy, କେମିତି ଲୁହାରେ ଜିନିଷ ମାନ ତିଆରି କରୁଥିଲେ. Then printing press ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଅଛି. ଟାଇମ୍ ରେକିଂ ଡିଭାଇସେସ୍ ଅଛି, ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ ସବୁ ଅଛି. ଓକେ, ସୋ କ'ଣ ବୁଝିଛ ଟିକେ କୁହ, ଟିକେ ଦେଖିବା ଆଜି ଏଗୁଡ଼ାକ କ'ଣ କ'ଣ ଅଛି ଦେଖ, ଟିକେ ବହି ଗୁଡ଼ାକ ଖୋଲ. ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ମାନସ, ରବିକାନ୍ତ, ରିମା, ସାଦିଆ, କ'ଣ କ'ଣ ବୁଝିଛ ଟିକେ କୁହ. ଆଜି ମୋତେ ଭଲ ଲାଗୁନି. ସ୍ପିକରକୁ ଅନ୍ କର. এই 14 নম্বর টপিকରେ କିଛି ନାହିଁ. ତା ବାଦ ଅଛି 15 टाउन सिटीज एंड ग्रोथ ऑफ अर्बान सेंटर्स एगुड़ाक भी केमिति सहर निर्माण है अर्बान सहरांचल केमिति बसिला बड़ बड़ टाउन केमिति बसिला जो फैक्ट्री है लोक मैंने गाँव आसिले से बसवास कले रहिले से गुड़ाक ये अच्छी किए कौन प्रश्न पचारुछ केमिति पाठ अच्छी देख टे यूनिट 15 विषय टे कह टाउन सिटीज एंड ग्रोथ ऑफ अर्बान सेंटर्स गुड़ाक अच्छी काली भल टे पढ़ा आज टे भल लगुनि मते हेलो सादिया रविकांत पासवान कौन बुझीछ टे कह बुक्स अच्छी कि नहीं
नहीं सर बुक्स
बुक्स नहीं बुक्स नहीं
सर बुक्स
नो
आसीनी
सर नहीं
ई ज्ञान कोश रु डाउनलोड कर मो पाखरे भी वही नहीं से डाउनलोड करी पाठ पढ़ौची मु
सर फर्स्ट ईयर रो बाहरु जी सेकंड ईयर रो तो बीएससी कोर्स बाहरु नहीं
नहीं नहीं ई ज्ञान कोश रु डाउनलोड कर होची आज मते भल लागुनी आज
ओके
ठीक
सर
अछि सर थैंक यू
आज
सर
मते जमारू भल लागुनी मुंडटा पूरा बथौची पूरा जोरदार
ठीक है सर, कल कर लीजिएगा।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है कल कल आराम से सब पढ़ाई कर देंगे
अच्छा सर।
ओके सर
नहीं मेरा
सर
स्पीड
मुझे तो कभी समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या
मेरा
हो रहा है।
स्पीड तो जानते हो ये बात कुछ नहीं है देखो पहले मैं 14 से लाता हूँ 13 से लाता हूँ ओसेनिक ट्रेड क्या है ये तो पानी का वाला है तो ट्रेड यानी कि वाणिज्य बोलते हैं उसको वाणिज्य कारोबार और इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट होता है क्या इंपोर्ट होता है क्या एक्सपोर्ट होता है ये बारे में है उसके बाद 14 हो गया टेक्नोलॉजी क्राफ्ट प्रोडक्शन एंड सोशल चेंज ये हो गया उसके बाद 15 हो गया टाउन सिटीज एंड ग्रोथ ऑफ अर्बन सेंटर से बहुत आसान है इतना हार्ड नहीं है इसका
ठीक है सर।
ठीक है और क्या जानते हो बुक्स बिल्कुल ही नहीं है एक एक तो डाउनलोड कर लेते अच्छा होता
कर लिया ज्ञान कोर्स से,
क्या
मतलब बुक डाउनलोडेड है सर, पढ़ लेते हैं हम लोग उससे। मतलब मैं
हाँ
पढ़,
हाँ ठीक है अच्छा
लेकिन
है
सर बुक आ जाता तो अच्छा रहता ना। बुक आया
हाँ ठीक ठीक है क्या करेंगे एक्चुअली दिक्कत ये है कि 3 3 चैप्टर जा रहा है ना तो मेरे को स्पीडी थोड़ा करने से ही वो खत्म होता है
और नहीं सर, हम लोग भी कैच नहीं कर पा रहे ना, आप क्या पढ़ाते हैं, मतलब
हम्म,
पाठ हो जाता सर।
वही बात है सच है मानता हूँ इस बात को क्योंकि
हाँ
ये
तो थोड़ा
मेडेवल मेडेवल इंडिया है ये थोड़ा सल्तनत पीरियड का नाम थोड़ा अलग रहता है पूरा
हम्म,
समझ में नहीं आता है
हम्म,
बुक्स देखने से पता चलेगा
सर बुक आ जाता तो थोड़ा खुद से रीडिंग करते तो पूरा क्लियर हो जाता।
हाँ ठीक है और कौन है ठीक है थैंक यू कल अच्छा से पढ़ाई करेंगे और क्या करेंगे
लेकिन कल तो सर इकोनॉमिक्स का है ना क्लास।
कल तो मेरा लास्ट है आज तो लास्ट नहीं है ना मेरा
नहीं सर, कल इकोनॉमिक्स का दिया, आज मेरे को टाइम टेबल आया उसमें इकोनॉमिक्स से कल से चालू है।
9 तक मेरा है BHIC-133 देखो अच्छा से देखो
हाँ, कल भी आपका एक आखिरी क्लास है।
कल तो मेरा आखिरी क्लास है बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लग रहा मेरे को और क्या क्या दिक्कत आ रहा है देखो तो
और कुछ नहीं सर, बुक आ जाता ना तो कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं रहता, हम लोग पढ़ लेते खुद से।
ठीक है मेरे को बिल्कुल आज अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, तो वीडियो ऑफ करेंगे।
हाँ कर दीजिए सर, और क्या करें।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सर।
कल करेंगे।
अच्छा सर, कल करेंगे। रीमा लेफ्ट, सलीमा लेफ्ट।